custard, which I've had before.
Okay, so you should be able to see this. This is one of the unused enemies in the game. I really like. We found the sprite data. I think it's technically enemy 0, which I assume was just a dummy. Like my instincts as a programmer say that this was like when they were just initially creating the game, they needed a test enemy and test graphics, and this was it.
That's really cute.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever meant to be in the game. It's just still in there. There's a whole bunch of stuff like that actually in the game. There's like just test development characters. Like there's a blank sprite character. I don't even think this character has a name. I think it's just empty or blank.
I'm gonna call him Enemy 0.
Enemy 0.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of
like Patient Zero from.
Yeah, or like he's like the one you have to catch.
Yeah.
FBI's most wanted. Okay, so what else do we got?
No, also, just a reminder, do you have another background screen you want to throw up there?
Oh crap, I did at one point. Well, we'll wait until chapter 5.
Okay.
Or wait, I might have another.
Do you have one of the factory?
I think I might have one of the concert, I'm not sure. Okay, so here is...
Oh, we did get some fan art. I forgot who did this already. But we're not at that part of the game yet.
Oh wait, that's not it. And here's another unused graphic in the game. And this is something else that was just asked about. At first we couldn't piece it all together. It was all we could piece together was what you saw before. And this is apparently what it is. So I don't know what it is actually. I think somebody did have a good theory, but I can't remember what it was. At first I thought it might have been like Thunder Tower, and maybe it shot the thunder out of the nose, you know, because it's supposed to be like pork themed or whatever. And then I think my theory was that eToy was like, no, you can't really tell that it's like meant to shoot stuff out of it. So like we need a more zappy looking thing. So they changed it with what you see now. I think some other people are thinking that this is the ship that like at some point like Lucas and them hang from a ladder. Like the mothership. I think they actually call it the pork mothership. Maybe this was that.
Yes.
I guess maybe they just thought it was just kind of silly, so maybe they changed that. I don't know.
It looks like a blimp to me.
Yeah.
Like someone was saying.
Yeah. So I guess my best theory right now is that it was supposed to be like the ship, like the main ship that we see. We see a bit of it in the end of chapter 5.
So we've got people naming it the Hindenloin. That's really good. That was by the Final Starman named it. That's what I'm gonna call it.
Let's see. Oh yeah. So here's something else. While we're here, actually in the Tasmiley, whichever you would like to call it. Here's some more unused graphics. As you can see, they're supposed to be the sheriff's office. I guess that's called that, but they're supposed to be the general store too. Then I think they also had something else, but oh, better not do that. Don't want to delete the universe. There's that. I don't know what. Strange. Oh yeah, here's one. Just a second, folks. I'm gonna get some more unused stuff real quick.
And someone mentioned the Porky portrait.
Yeah, I was about to get that. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so we'll do that right now. We're not really getting through the game, are we? Okay. Let's get this out of the way though real quick. Okay, so here's some more recently uncovered graphics. This is actually from the game. Like the text I think the text was already in there. I don't think it was added. So this makes me think that maybe he was going to be part of your party at some point.
What?
I never really thought of that, so it would have been cool if he was part of your party. Like maybe Lucas and them wouldn't know who you are or who he is. Let's see. Next is this. At some point, there was going to be something called the Jungle Dome.
Like a Club Chichibu?
What has it been?
Like, could that have been named the Jungle Dome instead of Club Chichibu?
Maybe.
It's the only place I think it could.
Oh, you know what? I bet it's remember there's like the hippo room?
Yes.
And they're probably in that area.
Okay.
Here's something that I knew about for a long time. Apparently these existed for a long time. Hotel and saloon. And that, you know, that makes sense. And then maybe it would make sense to re-implement them or something.
Like the Yado Hotel?
Yeah. So as you can see, it looks like there's an old version, like maybe when it was simpler times. And then there's like a newer version, I think. I don't know why they still call it a saloon if it's a hotel. So.
A speakeasy.
I think that's all I have to show for now. Alright, let's
get back to game mode.
Yeah, we're here for gaming, so let's go.
Before we get a Game Obera.
Okay. Let me make sure. Gotta get my setup working again. Turn off the Winamp. Everything working? Okay, let's save it again. Let's see how long that took. Oh, 10 minutes. Sorry for Alright. Oh, I can swear there's something I'm missing here. Like something of interest.
I really like this music because it sounds like, you know, some dude's just kind of like
jamming,
doing a thing on a guitar. Like, I don't even know what you would call that move because I don't know music very well. It just sounds really nice.
Oh, okay.
Ugh.
Yeah.
They're so creepy.
So they're I didn't really change the sound they make. Pretty much just kept it as is.
So it's like that's written out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I explained it before, but it took me like quite a while to figure out what to call these guys at first. I called them Clay guys, and somebody else called them Claytons.
Claytons.
And
it's too weird.
Yeah, it just took me a long time, and then one day I realized, you know, there's Starman and Earthbound. It just makes perfect sense, you know. Oh my God, Clayman, and it almost like seems to be made perfectly for that. So it's Clayman. And
what is this factory doing?
I think they mine clay and create Clayman. That's
it?
I think so. Oh, I remember this was breaking stuff a lot. This line.
These arrows?
Yeah. Like it repeats a lot or something like that. I think this says the same thing.
Kill wants to know, were there any sound effects you changed at all in your localization?
Yeah, we changed the one that's coming up in the concert. Maybe I can play the original Japanese and then the English one side by side when we get there. And that we used Reed and Camille for that, and then also for an item that maybe I can buy soon. We use Steve or Plokazkzum.
Plokazexwium.
Okay. Oh, I should have gone back there. What time is it in Japan? It's gotta be crazy time.
Yo, what time is it over there? Well,
it's Saturday.
It might be Saturday morning, right?
Yeah. What do you say? This guy's text used to break the game a lot too. I just realized maybe I should have just made it say "Hey you guys" because that's a thing in Earthbound. Hey you guys.
It is 12:28 p.m. in Japan.
Oh, that's not too bad. Although you have kids, so I don't know what time you go to sleep.
I'm sure he wakes up at like 6 when the kids bound into the room.
Okay, we will do part-time work. We had to do work for Salsa. Now we got to do work here.
At least it's not as bad as the work you gotta do in Shenmue.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know much about that game, but I know it's mostly work.
Well, maybe because I played it wrong and I lost all my money.
Okay, here we go. What's the recommendations?
Oh, what should we name the player?
I really like how it tries to explain the person holding. Nintendo die. Sega. No.
Everyone has been saying hard mode.
Oh no, you know that's gonna make this go for another month.
Yeah, we'll never be able to beat the game, especially since we've been skipping so many
Yeah, and I never tested it past chapter 3, so I don't know what to expect.
Someone also said we should name ourselves Easy Mode for good luck.
Sounds okay. Pig face.
Super Alice in Wonderland wants to know, what does hard mode do?
So hard mode, if you spell it in all caps and put a space in there, it will, I think it doubles enemy HP, and I think it quadruples their speed, so they attack, they're harder to miss, and they also, I think, attack sooner than you. And it always felt to me that they just get more aggressive. And it makes the game just hard enough that you have to learn how to use the items and all your skills in a clever way.
So we have some name suggestions.
Okay.
Reed 2.0, Tom 80, Girl-chan, Smog, or Smog.
Tomato.
Tomato. And then also up here was Summer Sale.
That's a good enemy.
Pareya-san. Player-san.
Oh yeah, so I should mention that
Swaggins.
Originally in the Japanese version, what happens is, I think in the first time you name yourself, you can only use, I think, Japanese letters. I think.
No, English letters.
Yeah, you can only use English letters in the Japanese version the first time. Then when you get here, you have to name yourself using only Japanese letters. So you basically have.
Well, don't they translate your name?
Not here.
Oh, okay.
So in Japanese, you end up entering two names, the same name basically with two writing systems. And since we don't need that in English, we only have really like one writing system. What Jeff, I think, Jeff did this, or maybe I did. I can't remember.
Oh, I could be wrong.
We combined those two names together to give you one big long name. And that's why there's so many dots up there. And also I do remember that Jeff Man had to expand that text box up there at the top to fit it. So like if you were to go crazy again.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, see? Actually I think
percentage.
Yeah, I think this is the one that was evil and it would really break stuff. Yeah, okay, it fits.
But I want to harken back to the year 2003 and name you Ricardo Del Sexy.
I don't know. Okay. Oh, Jeff's already in the game though. He's a duster.
Name yourself Phil Sandhop.
Phil Lindblom. I'm shipping that way.
Okay.
I hope he's watching.
I hope both of them are.
I've talked to Phil Sandhop like once or twice quickly on LinkedIn. I was hoping because I want to do a Legends of Localization of it. I've actually already started it. I believe that's how it's spelled.
Is it? Let me check.
I was hoping to get in further contact with Phil. I was actually going to say Phil. I want to get further in contact with Phil Sandhop and just talk about Earthbound Zero translation and maybe learn more about some of the details. Okay, so it's good.
Yep. Let's put a little
heart. Oh, there's no heart symbol.
What about that weird X right there? I don't like it.
Yeah, let's do a dot. You can't tell.
Okay.
Equals money.
Ooh, and then put another equal so it'll look like Mr. Saturn Whiskers. Okay. Aww.
Oh wait.
Okay, I like that. I like anything with the 2 equal signs.
Okay. There you go. I don't know how this came about, but whatever happens is your fault, chat.
You did it.
If they come bursting through the door. Oh, that's right. I remember okay, so we had the patch almost ready to go. I think it was like the night before. And Jeff, man, and I were doing some final tests. And we found a bug in that naming screen we just did. We were like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. So we almost had to cancel it, I think, or postpone it. And if we postpone it, I know everybody would be mad because we'd already said, like, hey, it's coming out in the next 24 hours. But we fixed it. We whipped it together and all was well.
I remember that night just being so excited, like, waiting in my room. And I think Reed had recruited people to do something.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was, but I was waiting for the word to do whatever that something was. I don't know. But I remember, like, saying, like, breaking the rule. You told me to not tell anybody. And I messaged Aquas. And I was like, Aquas, I don't want to go to sleep. Mother 3 is going to be released in a few hours. I wonder if he remembers that.
Can't remember. That might have been the same night while we're fixing the bug when we got the mystery email. Do you want to read the mystery email?
Like out loud?
Yeah.
Do we want to? I could read it, I guess.
Or you can link people to it.
Okay. I need to. What should I search for?
So for the people who haven't heard, like, we got a mystery email, just like Nintendo email. We got what seemed to be an email from a mystery localization producer from Nintendo saying not to release the patch. Here, let me do it. I'll type it in there real quick.
Jeff Mann said he couldn't sleep that night and you got it after the email or something like that. Do you want me to read it out loud?
It's kind of long. Yeah, it's pretty long.
That's why I didn't want to read it.
Alright, I'll post it in the chat right here. I forgot that the chat is open right here. Boop. There you go.
What's the TLDR story?
We got an email to my, like, professional email work, that I use for, like, my resume and potential work. So I guess they looked me up, and they're like, hey, you shouldn't release this. It's nice that you did it, but this is too professional looking, and and it's not really it's not fair for you to decide whether it gets released or not. Someday. I don't know, it was something like that.
Pretty much like, if you release this, you will affect the official release if we ever decide to release it, if Nintendo ever decides.
And it was saying how sometimes, like, things might not get released right away, but you never know what's going to happen in 10 or 20 years.
Yeah, and they referenced Kid Icarus for that one.
Was it? I thought it was...
or Fire Emblem. Wait.
No, they referenced Fire Emblem because the first one finally was coming out.
Oh yeah, Kid Icarus and Punch-Out.
But the Punch-Out, I think somebody was saying how Punch-Out hadn't been announced yet at the time. So, and I think we traced the IP to somewhere.
Don't talk to those things.
Somewhere in Japan, and at the time was like Tokyo Game Show or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, assumedly, like, somebody in Japan would be there, or somebody from Nintendo of America would be there, but. Anyway, so we kind of just assumed that since it's anonymous and it wasn't from, like, an official source, we were just gonna assume it's a prank. And plus they had they had like, we spent like a year and a half at least on it, and so, like, the day or the 2 days before to do that, it seemed really pranky.
Yeah. Why didn't you tell us a month ago? Why didn't you tell us 6 months ago?
Then there was that Kotaku thing. Like, Kotaku would always post about the status of the translation. They're like, it's this %, it's this going to be done in this many months. And then, like, the day it happens, suddenly we got a real negative. It was, like, really negative.
Negative Kotaku article written about us.
Yeah, they're like, these guys are pirates, I'm sick of getting emails about it, so I'm posting about it.
Yeah, they kind of, like, I had been, not liking Kotaku for a while, but that one really cinched it. Like, wow, I don't like Kotaku.
So can't I touch one of these things and get zapped?
The other one?
Or maybe I can't do it yet. Yeah, I can't do it yet.
Someone wanted to know if Reggie or somebody was like, well, it might have come out, but now it never will, shortly after we released it.
So, that's a thing that you can say, but there's also the fact that I translated Star Ocean for the Super Famicom Super NES way long ago. I think I released it in 2002, and then, just a few years later, they actually released an official translation of it. So I don't really buy that.
Yeah.
And it's happened with other games. Like one just happened with the Final Fantasy Type 0. It's still getting released. So I was going to point out this guy looks like he has devil hair. Or he looks like Count Chocula.
Oh, he does.
Or that guy from One Piece whose name I already forgot.
Oh,
I don't think you got to that arc yet.
He does have
I translated that so long ago. Help, I can't remember his name right now.
At least it's not Mr. Swan or whatever he was.
Yeah.
Oh, they got Bonnie working already. Oh, and piggies. This one is not relaxing in the sun.
Yeah. Oh man, I need a drink of water. I'll have vodka later. I'm kidding. Maybe. Get into the device. Okay, so I guess the mystery email came on Wednesday night and we released the patch like Friday morning, so it was maybe like 36 hours before, something like that. There was something else here. What was it? Oh man, you know who we should get? We should get the Brian Sector, the guy who he was like a foreigner who worked on Mother 3 as a debug guy, and he wrote us a whole bunch of emails. Actually, there's a whole big story behind him. We were actually trying to work with him because he had, industry experience and everything to get Mother 3 officially released. But things were going kind of promisingly, but his visa expired in Japan and he had to come back, so it kind of just threw all the plans away. Remember? The Brandon Sector? Remember that? I guess maybe you weren't privy to all that. This guy is sad. But there is something out here that I like.
Jeff Mann says the mystery email came on Wednesday night.
So it was like a day and a half before, I guess.
Yeah, I remember we released it on Friday.
Yeah, Friday, very early morning, remember?
Okay. Mato, since this can't be emulated properly because of the rhythm battles, does that cut into the chances of a Wii U VC release?
Yeah, I think no matter what happens, unless they can do a full port and not like an emulation thing with it, there's always, no matter what, there's always going to be a lag issue. But since since the Wii U is sort of just one singular hardware configuration, they could conceivably add like a compensation for it if they wanted. I don't know if they would go through the trouble.
It's pretty integral to the game. Like, they even got a patent, so they could do that.
Yeah, that's right. They did get a patent for the rhythm battle system.
Kill wants to know, has there ever been an official download numbers release for Earthbound on Virtual
Console? Earthbound on Virtual Console? No,
Yeah.
they don't give out that information apparently. It's very just hush insider stuff. But it was first for a long time. It might even still be. I don't know.
Alex Fritz just said it's not very well known, but apparently they're digging here to find the last needle.
Yeah, I was going to point it out just in a second, but I was going to show. Shoot, what was I going to show? Oh yeah, I was going to show this. Let me get it real quick. Holy crap!
What is all that?
Yeah, let me get to the good one. Here we go.
Those are the patents?
Yeah.
We're downloading some images right now.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I hope GIFs work. Or GIFs, whatever you prefer. So here is from an actual patent. This is an actual image. And I guess like it's saying like here you walk around and there's enemies. It even kind of looks a little bit like Mother 3, like the forest, like the forest we were just in. Okay, so you get into battle with the enemy, and apparently you have to get it to the system just right. You have to hit it at that point. I don't know. So I don't know if that. It looks like there's some kind of indicator at that point. I think these were the Earthbound 64 patents, or when they were working on Dolphin. I don't know. Oh shoot! I can't rotate that. But anyway, here's some more patent stuff. Music patterns. Yeah. We saw this, I remember when we saw this, everybody was just so excited, like, oh my god, they're gonna come out with Mother 3 on the GameCube. Nope. Okay. Back to this place. Yeah. So there's supposed to be a huge dragon underneath. And it's already foreshadowing this if you know, explore enough here.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. Oops, wrong button. Thomas.
Zero wants to know, wasn't there a reference to Harmo Knight that was misinterpreted as a Mother 3 reference?
Yeah, there was in a recent, was it Pokemon game?
I think so.
A recent Pokemon game talked about rhythm battles, and we were like, Mother 3, maybe? But no, it was a more recent game that involves rhythm music battles called Harmo Knight. I'm so behind the times on everything.
Got another question. Since Lucas was planned for Melee, does that mean there was a Mother 3 for GameCube plan that Sakurai knew about?
So I don't remember the major details, and I can't really say anything, but it was always my understanding that he was meant for the first one. And I know people, as soon as I say that, people will be like, nope, nope, he said it in this interview at this time. But for some reason that's what I remember, that he was working on for the first Smash Brothers, and that's when Lucas was supposed to be in it, which kind of makes sense because that's when Earthbound 64 was being made and was supposed to be released. And then at the last second they changed it or something to NES. I don't know. I'm probably wrong, so feel free to correct me with links and all that. Like while I'm talking, I don't know what I'm really doing, so I'm surprised I remember to do this. I'm supposed to do that. Get in there. It's like the opposite of Scorpion. Get in there. Did I say something different?
Dude, you gotta take him to that machine.
Yeah. It's kind of cool that you can push stuff. Like, usually you can't push stuff in Earthbound games.
Yeah.
He looks sad, but he also looks kind of interesting.
Like the Deku Tree and
I didn't realize until like this year that he has like a beard and mustache, the Deku Tree.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. I just thought I just thought they were like weird branches or something.
No! That's his face. But you know that sad Deku, like, tiny tree at the beginning of Majora's Mask?
Yeah.
That's what his face reminds you.
I want to get zapped. Let me zap.
That tiny fanfare.
Yeah. How can I do it?
Do we get zapped here, Chad? Do you remember?
I know we can. I just don't know how. let's get more of our guys in. Enough talk. Have Clay. Clay at you.
Enough talk. Clay at you.
Yeah, I was working on an episode of Fairy Tale the other day, and that actually came up. Like, whoa, that guy was fast. Oh wait, I probably missed him, didn't I?
Isn't he on a map or something?
Oh no! So I was working on an episode of Fairy Tale, and just by coincidence, a character says that, like, enough talk, have at you. And I was like, oh god, people are gonna think I'm quoting Symphony of the Night.
Isn't there a map to show you where the broken one is?
Oh, is there?
I thought so. I'm wrong.
I think it's over here. No?
Wait, is it that one right there?
Oh. Oh my. I am too busy talking, see? This is why I don't do talking and surgery at the same time. Yeah, so, I've been having a lot of fun with this, and it seems like we're going to be doing this for a little bit more, like at least a week more, if not more. I kind of want to actually do it with Mother 1 too, because that was a lot of fun, and a lot of people probably haven't played through it. Like, they have probably played through this one. Mother 1, I like its simplicity. There's actually a lot that got like written out, censored for Earthbound Zero.
CJ Bad wants to know if we've watched Hunter yet.
No, but that came up the other day.
Yeah, we actually watched a bunch of Star Trek because we're Trekkies.
Yeah, for the most part, because I work on anime so much, it's pretty much my entire job. I don't really watch anime in my leisure time too much anymore.
Lachmir points out that Mother 1 is awfully grindy.
Yeah.
Oh, thank heavens for the easy ring. Yep.
Yeah, so there's the easy ring, and then there's also my earlier easy patch. Which reminds me, there's a guy on Starmer.net messaged me the other day. And he's like, hey, I'm working on a patch for Earthbound Zero for the NES, and I want to put your translation in it. Is that okay? And I was like, sure, go ahead. Here's my script. Mm-hmm. But because I expanded the windows and all that, he has to whittle it down a little bit. But he's working on a patch that's basically based on my script. And I think he's gonna make the enemies easier too. Mm-hmm. So you can sort of get the same experience if you want it on the NES version. It's giggling at me. Shall we?
Okay. Oh, there we go.
PK Thunder.
PK Thunder.
Yeah, you're better than that than me. Oh, he's sad. Do I need to get another one?
Why isn't he being zapped? What happened?
I don't know. I tossed him in there.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, he looks fast.
Oh, okay. Wandering Sun sub.
Here we go.
Yeah, I think a new one breaks with each time, so there's not like 3 broken ones. You just have to find the broken one. There's some tips. Where is it? Mother12.net? Yeah.
Yeah. There's like a whole. I wrote a whole thing on how to get more out of the game.
I posted a link in the chat of the tips that you put up about how to make Mother 1 more enjoyable and not such a chore.
Yeah, like the main thing is to not expect it to be Earthbound, and then also to just imagine you're back in like 1988 or something, and this is the game that you got, and try not to think of it as being emulated or anything, and just imagine you're a kid in the 80s, and that's like you're stuck with that game for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
So just take it nice and slow. Don't expect anything from it. It's a lot more fun that way. Like I did that with Potrader here. She helped me beta test it.
We played it over Easter weekend one year.
So we played it, just over a weekend, and she really enjoyed it so much.
I associate that game with jelly beans and Reese's egg
things. I had all those eggs all over the house.
Yeah.
Mr. Brown. Oh, I can't remember.
Mr. Brown.
So I can't remember why I called him Mr. Brown. But, oh no. I don't think he's either a reference to Doc Brown, which I don't think, or a reference to Rembrandt Brown from Sliders.
That is more like...
I really think it's the latter. Now, I think I might have showed it to you when I was doing it.
I don't remember though.
I gotta think about it. I forget why he's even called...
Yeah.
I think his name is Yoshida or something.
J-Star said he tried playing the Famicom Mother one and found out there are still some things different than the GBA one.
Yeah. The GBA one is sort of like the NES version.
That we got.
With some... Yeah, it's basically like our NES version with some extra things changed. So if you wanted to get like the purest, which is a silly idea, but the purest form of the game, the Famicom one is the one to do.
Yeah. I want to tell them about the Mother 1 cartridge, Famicom cartridge that we have.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a file on there where somebody had leveled up all of the characters. They're at the end of the game, and all their characters are at level 99. And that seems like something you could easily do with like a Game Shark or a Game Genie, but I don't believe that they had Game Genies in Japan for the Famicom. So that kid, whoever it is, leveled up all their characters just by grinding forever and ever to level 99. And whoever that guy is, he is my hero. I am so impressed by him, and I'm so glad we have the cartridge that he once owned.
I think in like the early 2000s, they started coming out with Game Genie like devices for those old systems in Japan. But it's sort of like a very underground hobby, underground thing. Like only the real hardcore would mess with it.
What? Kyo got all his characters to level 99 on Mother. How the heck
did
you do that? The GBA version.
Why did you do that?
Why did you do that? Kyo, you're my hero.
All right, you got to come over here. We'll have some Japanese food or something.
Where did you do most of your leveling up then, Kyo? Like, where's the best place to do it?
Man, he strives to become a pig mask. Okay.
Oh, is it night now?
Yeah, it's night. That means we need to save it. So somebody was asking about a lot of the stuff that, if there was anything I found out about the game that I didn't know about just because I translated it. And here's a couple. Like, I probably never would have come down here. And he was like the first one to have money, remember?
Yeah.
I gotta remember why he's Mr. Brown.
Now I want to say it's a Steins Gate reference, but that's not the
It's
case.
a different Brown, too.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to fight these guys. Okay, good. We're going home, bye guys.
Mr. T, just let me go in the tunnel.
So, you might not be able to tell yet, but this guy's text is not exactly the same as the other Mr. T. There are some very, very slight differences.
Kyo says that he leveled up so highly because he was bored.
Oh, okay, that's a good answer.
If he was bored, he would pull out the game and zone out.
That's cool. Yeah, see, like the other guy says, this is almost like a comedy routine at this point. And here he says comic book. There's like slight differences between these two.
So Lackmere wants to know, is the U character for Lucas's name like really wider than the W?
I think it might be the same. I can check. I can even show you how I can check, maybe. Let me show you some secrets.
Yeah, with Haru, no problem about streaming, because I know what it's like to put on a good stream and just draw for a few hours. It's really nice, so I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm really surprised, you know, because I got a low, drony voice. I'm surprised people are listening. Oh no, okay. Uh-oh.
What are we doing now?
Main font bin.
Oh,
I need to... I gotta do a little bit of wacky hacking. Let's see. Gotta find the font. Main font. Okay. We are about to show some secret thing that most people have never seen. Let's see. Main with data, blah. So we will check to see if that one character is as long as the W. Oh my god.
The Final Starman says, oh, man, did he totally do the story for Super Smash Bros. 64?
No.
Okay.
Did he? I don't think so.
Okay, so that's probably not the case, the Final Starman.
So Jeff, man, I just realized that the font editor, if he's still, is he still in here?
Yeah.
That the font editor, it's trying to load like all these old file names, and we changed them a long time ago. So before we give them to the translators for other languages, we gotta fix that. Little font, I don't know.
Warning for everyone willing to follow me on Twitter.
Yeah.
I tweet a bunch of random stuff.
Alright, so I'm just gonna not do that after all.
I'll talk about Star Trek a lot.
Ah, crap. Okay. We'll go back to this, sorry.
Going back to Gamu.
Alright, back to T. I was going to show you the font editor that Jeffman cooked up. It's real fancy and everything. And then you can change things on the fly. You can change the widths of things manually if you want. And translators into other languages can use it. Like even to other languages that we have supported. Like you could maybe possibly do it into Russian and Korean if you were crazy enough. Maybe, I don't know.
I want to talk about Star Trek with you guys, but that's off topic.
You know, we could talk about Star Trek if we ever did like my Star Ocean translation. That's full of Star Trek references.
Yeah, cool. But if you, Mado, this is the only, you know, if
Did you see that?
What? No, I missed it.
Oh, he's talking about his brother.
Oh, from the other side?
Yeah.
So, which Star Trek would you recommend a newbie to Star Trek to watch?
Well, that's hard.
Oh,
Probably
actually,
Next Generation,
yeah.
starting with maybe season, well, whatever Riker Beard episodes are.
Season 2. Actually, I would say start with season 3.
Yeah. So
Of
here we
Next
go.
Generation.
My big bro lives on the other side of this tunnel.
Oh, okay.
He looks just like me. No idea what he's up to lately. So there you go. Mr. T is actually a brother. I can't believe I just said that.
Did you just Mado, what?
I didn't drop any references into. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it. Lagrange point. Oh
What is
crap!
that?
It's my very first fan translation,
Oh.
and it has never been released yet.
Oh. Well, that's why I don't know about it.
Yeah.
Oh, William Shatner and Beam Me Up, Scotty. That's actually the original series, which I haven't seen.
You've seen bits of it.
I've seen Khan, and
We watched the whole episode. Remember when?
We
like,
watched 2 episodes.
Yeah. Okay.
But I also saw Khan at like Laura's apartment. It just happened to be on when we were doing our art jam.
Deposit. So Boney needs to get some of these.
Maybe we can close out with the Knit Cat Man music video. Like, could we stream the video?
I'd
on our
rather not.
stream?
I'd rather not risk that.
Okay.
Especially if we're gonna put this on YouTube.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, never mind.